CBG's Paris Jackson says it wasn't all glitz and glam growing up with Michael Jackson as dad. Elon Musk's partner, Grimes, announces she's ready to die on Mars. And lastly, Richard Bacon admits booze from Blue Peter would have been way worse with social media. Being born into fame might be more than what it is made up to be, as Paris Jackson opens up about having Michael Jackson as a dad and how she was brought up. The 22-year-old singer opened up about having the king of pop as a father and also having lived all over the world, and how much she was being grateful for being privileged but also learning not to feel entitled. Speaking to Naomi Campbell on the Supermodel's YouTube interview series No Filter on Tuesday, Paris admitted her dad made sure all his kids were cultured. According to her, he tried his best to make sure they were cultured, educated, and not just showing up in glitz and glam like hotel hopping and five-star places. He also taught them to see other parts of the world, as she lived all over different parts of the world while growing up. While responding to Naomi's comment of her not necessarily doing model castings because of her fame, the singer admits that she is a full believer that she should earn her own success. And she said that this was something her dad instilled in all of them as they were growing up. She added that it's mostly earning, and it's not just being entitled to certain things or thinking, oh, I need to have this or I can't have this, but it's more like working for it, as that is an accomplishment in itself. Paris also revealed that she knows all the words for dad's songs, and his taste in music has helped influence his sound. Well, I guess it's suffice to say the late king of pop had the role of dad down to a T. Well, I think this is something that a lot of people need to unlearn, the need to not feel entitled. Yes, you might be privileged, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're entitled to certain things just because of who you are, where you're from, and who you're associated with. Simple. And yeah, for her, I think those are really good values to have. On to the next, Elon Musk's girlfriend, Grimes, says she's ready to relocate to Mars after she turns 50 to help erect a human colony on the planet. The 33-year-old singer took to social media on Tuesday to make bold claim as her partner continues with his efforts to touch down on Mars. Grimes, who's been dating the SpaceX CEO since 2018 and shares a child with him, posted an image to her 1.7 million Instagram followers posing in front of Elon Musk's Starbase facility in Texas. She captioned it, "Ready to die with the red dirt of Mars beneath my feet, Starbase, Texas." The Canadian singer in the Q&A confessed that she wanted to relocate to the planet after she turns 50 and help bring life to Mars by erecting a human colony there. Earlier this month, 49-year-old Elon Musk made the claim that his company will touch down their ships on Mars well before 2030. Now, he plans to send 1 million people to Mars by 2050 and also build a city there. However, it's not being plain sailing or simple so far in his plans. So far, SpaceX has lost another prototype Mars rocket on Tuesday as their company's latest Starship test flight crashed while trying to land in a heavy fog in Texas. This is the fourth Starship prototype to crash to date, with two previous models exploding upon landing and another one exploding minutes after a successful landing. Now, the plan to take human beings to Mars has been criticized by some experts, with one of them being Britain's chief astrophysicist, Lord Martin Rees, as he says Elon's plans are dangerous delusions, and also American astrophysicist and science educator Neil deGrasse Tyson has also been in agreement, saying that transferring human populations to Mars was unrealistic. And to be fair and honest, I'm in complete agreement with them. I mean, look at the planet Earth. How many years have human beings been here? And yeah, we've been, in quote, taking care of it. Well, we have a lot of pollution everywhere, global warming and the likes, deforestations, and a lot of things are just going on. So imagine that are being replicated on planet Mars, and I'm sure they'll feed us the whole thing of, oh no, it's going to be better, we're not going to make the same mistakes we made here, we're not going to make it there. But who are we kidding? All in all, I'd rather say, instead of trying to escape the ship that is about to blow, why don't you take care of the ship just so it doesn't blow so soon? Just saying. And And lastly, Richard Bacon admits that his boot from Blue Peter would have been worse if social media were around. Richard Bacon was sacked from Blue Peter in 1998 after being caught taking cocaine, but says the current cancel culture needs to slow down. The 45-year-old TV presenter was forced to hand in his Blue Peter badge in 1998 after he was captured taking the substance. Thankfully for the former The Big Breakfast presenter, he managed to steer his career back on track and is now a successful TV producer based in Los Angeles, where he has lived since 2014. The former BBC radio host in an interview says he wants to make sure where they can pick a handful of cancelled people and debate whether it is right or wrong. According to him, cancel culture is just rushing for judgment right now, and he'd like them to slow it down and think if this person really does deserve to never have a career. Okay, and he is right. If social media had been around then, let's just say his experience would have been way worse. Like, the intensity of the storm is even more fierce and more frightening now, according to him. And if you're caught in a massive scandal, well, let's just say there are probably tons and thousands of people who are tweeting about you. The stars also sent out feelers to be part of Channel 4's anniversary plan for The Big Breakfast, with the show set to celebrate its 30-year anniversary next year. He hosted what he has hailed as a revolutionary show from 2001 until it was pulled the following year. He also added that he'd love to be part of it, as he has a big amount of affection for The Big Breakfast. The star's latest TV creation is the BBC One game show This Is My House, which is hosted by Strictly Come Dancing winner Stacey Dooley. Okay, now let's talk a bit about the cancel culture. We understand that sometimes, especially when someone who is in the public eye does something that is not totally acceptable, yes, they could get cancelled. But oftentimes I also feel there is a rush when it comes to the cancel culture. It's like any small thing can actually get you cancelled these days. I will say there's nothing wrong if someone has a difference in opinion, yeah. But at the same time, let's just say sometimes that the levity of their opinions might also, drive the whole cancel culture thing, and yes, it might be blown a bit out of proportion. Well, that's my thought on it anyways. Let's know what you think in the comment section. Alright guys, that's about it today on CBGs. Thank you for sticking around like always. Let's know what your thoughts are about everything we've talked about today. You can join us on our social media platforms on Instagram at cameraboy.tv, Facebook at cameraboyofficial, Twitter at cameraboytvng, and also like and subscribe to our videos on YouTube at cameraboytv, and you can hit me up on Instagram at Swatifi_ONI, LinkedIn on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time guys, keep staying safe.